In terms of disadvantages, the
How much did you say?
is it Cembra or Certo? Cembra Certo?
Cembra.
I don't know how to say it.
We want to play together?
No, how to.
We can just block it if you want.
Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This video is long overdue. I don't remember when we published the first part of the banking video. Maybe you can check and let me know. But I've seen some of you were asking for part 2, so here we go. Today we are talking about the most advantageous credit cards in Switzerland. Similar to the debit cards, so like to the general bank accounts, most of the credit cards come with an annual fee. But today I'm gonna talk about 2 of them that don't. So let's start with the first one, which is Cashback. So Cashback is a joint venture between Amex and Swisscard, and basically the idea behind it is to help Amex penetrate on the Swiss market. But given that Amex is not a very common card here in Switzerland and you cannot pay everywhere with it, it also comes with a second credit card, which is a MasterCard or a Visa card, depending on your preference. So let's talk advantages and disadvantages. The main advantage of Cashback is that there is no annual fee and you actually get 1% cashback if you pay with Amex, which is pretty much as high a cashback as it gets. And I think it's 0.25% cashback if you pay with the Visa or with the MasterCard. In terms of disadvantages, the first one is just that, like I said, you cannot pay everywhere with Amex, but for example, you can pay in all the retail stores like Coop, Denner, Migros and so on. And the second thing is that you start with a relatively low limit. Do you remember how much it was? Like 1,000 something?
1,700.
1,700, but as you continue using the card and you prove that you are actually paying your monthly bills, and also as your salary increases, you can increase it up to a total limit of 10,000 francs per month for both cards combined. Anything else you would add?
No.
I think the minimum payment amount is 50 francs per month.
It's yeah, I think it's either 50 or a percentage
of the amount of your bill. And what happens if you don't pay?
You have to pay an interest rate, which I can check how much it is, because I don't know how much it is.
So here we'll check the interest rate. And also we use these cards inside Switzerland because if you make foreign transactions, like pay with this credit card somewhere else, it charges a 2.5% fee. So for that we always use either Neon or Revolut, which I'm aware they are not credit cards, but we just preload them and use them whenever we travel. So here just checked, and the interest rate on Cashback if you don't pay your bill on time is 12%. The second credit card that I want to talk about is Certo, which comes from the Cembra money bank, which used to be Migros. So the regular Certo card used to be the Cumulus MasterCard. So these are, like I said, MasterCards that you can use in any place that accepts credit cards, and it also has a cashback program. The first thing that I want to talk about before I go into advantages and disadvantages is the fact that you can actually have a couples account with Certo. As you can see, that's like my card and yours card. So that means that you can make any purchases that you want to make together because they are linked to the same account. So let's talk some advantages. Similar to Cashback, Certo also doesn't have any annual fees. It has a cashback of 1% on 3 merchants that you can select from a restricted list. For example, the main retailers are there, right? We chose Coop, Migros and SBB. And for all the other purchases, you have 0.33% cashback, which is better than if you think about the the Cashback MasterCard. They also have a user-friendly app, actually Cashback does as well, where you can see, for example, your balance or your past purchases, all your monthly bills and so on, and you can also change things online, I think, like your address, phone number, and things like that, personal details. A couple of other things about Certo: it has a high starting limit. We started with 8,000 francs, right?
Yeah, and stayed there.
And most probably, he was saying earlier, they will discontinue the regular Certo credit cards, since you can have the Certo One either as a single account, right, or as a couples account.
Yeah, and I think the only reason they keep the other one is basically keeping the cumulus customers. And then when those customers switch to the Certo One offering, they will just discontinue the regular Certo offering.
Yeah. In terms of disadvantages, very similar to Cashback. It has, I wrote that it has very high interest rate. Can you check how much it is, just out of curiosity?
12.95.
12.95, so it's similar to Cashback then.
Yeah, 1% higher.
But still a very high interest rate if you think about it. And also, it has a surcharge, and not just on foreign transactions. I actually don't know. I don't think we've ever made a purchase in a different country, right?
No.
Do you know how much it is? But it even has a surcharge for paying for stuff like Uber Eats. I don't know if it's because it's originally an American company, or why, because you actually make the purchase in Swiss francs.
As a purchase outside Switzerland, but in Swiss francs.
Yeah.
So it's not a foreign exchange surcharge, but for purchases outside Switzerland. And since Uber is not a Swiss company, I guess they're charging.
Yeah, so be careful with the purchases that you make using Certo. So one thing that I forgot to say about Cashback is that they also have a couples account. So you can have a merge account where each of you gets one Amex and one either Visa or MasterCard, whatever you choose. Basically, I had, for my personal Cashback, I had a MasterCard, so I ordered the Visa for the couples account, and I think you did the reverse. Mm-hmm. Or it's not available anymore, it's just Visa.
I think you get either Visa by default, or we chose Visa just so that you get a Visa card.
Yeah. Okay, so it's the same one for both people. But yeah, basically it is, again, it has similar cashback, not similar, it has the same cashback as the singles account, so 1% on Amex, 0.25% on your Visa or MasterCard, and it just has a common account, so you can use it for common purchases. The only thing that I don't like is that the main account holder for that one is yours, so in the app he can actually see the balance for our common account, but I can only see my purchases for some reason. But I also haven't contacted Cashback. Maybe that's something that you can fix. Okay, so just to sum it up, the whole banking, both banking videos in Switzerland, in our opinion, probably the best bank account, free bank account that you can get in Switzerland is with Neon. But depending on your needs, you can also go for CSX, ZAC, which is previously Coop, or YA. And you might want to consider opening a Revolut account for all your foreign transactions, which are similar with Neon, but with Revolut you can actually withdraw small amounts of money, like up to 200 francs for free. And on top of that, in terms of credit cards, we would go with Cashback. They used to even give like a welcome gift or 100 francs. They might still do it. It's like 5% cashback for the first 2,000 francs that you get. And now they also have a couples account. And if that's not your preferred credit card, you can always check out Certo One, especially if you want a couples account. Just be careful when you make transactions, because some of them might be considered as foreign transactions. So I personally use Neon as my main bank account, so the one that I get my salary on and I pay my bills from, and I have a Revolut account for foreign transactions, so that's what I use basically to easily send money to my family, because you just need a phone number, or sometimes also when we go outside of the country, I preload it and we use it, or to withdraw money outside of the country. And then in terms of credit cards, I use most of the time in Switzerland Certo. So especially like Migros or Coop or things like that. And then for online transactions, I mostly use the Amex, the Cashback Amex, which gives me 1% like Certo does for the Swiss retailers. And of course, for any purchases that I make together with Hure, I would use the couples account Amex. But Hure has actually more accounts and credit cards than me, so maybe he can walk you through how he does it.
Now, the only thing that I do differently is receive my salary on CSX, because Neon generally crashes on 25th of every month, and at some point I couldn't handle it anymore. But once they have the app more stable, I will probably switch back. Other than that, I almost never use Zach or Yak, but the advantage of those would be withdrawing money. So if we need to withdraw money and at some point we exceed the limit of Neon, which is 2 per month, I would use those cards to... no, just 2 times as much. I think you have a daily limit, but I don't know how much it is. But I would use the other cards to just withdraw money if I need to. And if I need to go to a physical branch, you can find a Bankler branch, especially in the German cantons.
Yeah, while Neon is only available like next to Lenzburg. Okay, so that was it from us in terms of Swiss banking. As usual, you will have all the codes and welcome gifts down below. We will also include it for the debit card account. So feel free to use them if you would like to do so. And leave us a comment down below what you like to use and also any questions. We will do our best to answer them. But for now, we're gonna leave it here. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already done so. And we will see you very soon with a new video. Bye!